Hello fellow traders. So we had our move today. The volume returned. We needed that. Like I said, we had a good close yesterday. The volume just wasn't there. It came through today. It was helped by some announcements, but we'll take it. I'm going to grab this camera. Today I'm focusing on the Dow because we moved through the 741 area on the S&P, which was the intraday low back in November. We came through the 752, which was their closing low. Then we had that little consolidation day. Then we came back down the other morning and touched 752 again, even dipped below it briefly, bounced off of it. We had our test. The S&P is off and running. I'm still shooting for 875 on the S&P, but like I said, when we get through that next downtrend, the main downtrend line that I've showed you, that's probably right on the 50-day average now when you draw it. That's going to be a double nut resistance. It's going to be really tough to get through that. That's probably where you're going to want to take some profits. I know I will. I actually took a little profits on SSO today, right at the end of the day. Right around 20 bucks, just a little bit off the table. That's what I like to do, is just, you know, because we haven't had a strong pullback day, although yesterday was kind of like that like end of the day, you know, where everything lost a point. You know, that was considered a down day. It just happened at the last hour of the day. So I think that's why we had our fall through today. So let me grab this camera here. So like I said, I'm focusing on the Dow today because look at, this is what's happening here, okay? We got our intraday low. This is in November. See it? We closed through it. Look how we tested the closing low, okay? We went up through it and tested it. See how we're right in this little tight range. Either way, we're going to touch the moving average. We failed here. We failed here. I think this is going to be a test, or a test, and we're going to break through. That's kind of why I'm focusing on the Dow now, because we just have this, you know. And then look at where we closed today. Remember, this is the big downtrend for the Dow. This is going to be key. You know I say this every night, but it's, you know, it's anybody's guess right now. This is what they're doing. This is what they're good at doing. You know, if you're not on it like we are, you're going to get shook out. But we know the run was coming. Look at this. And then we came back down today, and that's why we had that lower wick. We tested these levels, which was the closing, the opening, and closing before what I'm calling the shakeout, like I showed you on the S&P. Okay, so we're coming through here. See this one right here where we tested it? See that? Then we came through it. That was our light volume close, like I showed last night. We're testing the, see how every day is key? So we came back down, tested this, we came up, tested this, and we closed above the intraday low, but they didn't give us the closing low. That's okay though, you know. Anything can happen right now. This thing could shoot up 800 points in the next couple days, you know. Like I explained before, things fell a little more in line with that fall to 6,500 back when we were at like 8,000, and I know I was calling for our little bounce there. You know, the 50% run would have had to have put us to 12,000, which was a little far-fetched, you know. And I know I'm repeating myself on these, but some people might have not have heard that. And the 10,000 is key. I said to one of my fellow traders today that I'm really happy. It shows me the market's not broken. Broken, what I mean is it found support. If you see where the S&P bounced off of that 666 last week, you can follow a trend line all the way from the 70s through the 80s, the bottom bumps, the bottom trend line, and it points right to that line, to that dip. If we fell through that, that's why I was saying I ain't adding no more. That was it. And we bounced and we found support. Now we're going to 10,000. How can it not test 10,000 when it based there for 2 years before the 01-02 crash and 3 years after? Right now the market's showing us it's not broken. Let's see it follow through. Good luck.